Tinubu, see what other presidents are achieving. Nigerians react as US lifts visa restrictions on Ghana. Nigerians on social media have been reacting to viral reports that the United States government has officially lifted the visa restrictions previously placed on Ghana. In July 2025, the US government under President Donald Trump made significant changes to its non-immigrant visa policies for Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, and Ethiopia. The changes sharply reduced the validity period and entry privileges for applicants for those countries. Under the revised policy, all non-diplomatic and non-immigrant visas issued to citizens of the four nations become single entry and valid for only 3 months, a major departure from the previous system, which granted 2 to 5 years multiple entry. The U.S. Department of State justified the move as part of its global visa reciprocity review, a framework designed to ensure that foreign governments grant American citizens visas term comparable to those extended by the U.S. However, the restrictions on Ghana have now been lifted. This was confirmed by Ghana's Minister of Foreign Affairs Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa in a post on X where he announced that Ghanaian citizens are once again eligible to apply for 5-year multiple entry US visas. But there was a condition now. Did you hear about the condition? People that are complaining or saying, oh, see what other presidents are achieving. I know that there are a lot of things that other presidents are achieving, but this particular issue, they give Ghanaians condition to take criminals, to take people that their country has rejected, and make them come to Ghana to probably stay or find their routes whenever they are deported to Ghana. They are deporting people from different countries. Ghana has agreed to accept them. They also want to do the same thing in Nigeria, but the president refused. You cannot make our country a dumping ground for criminals. We already have a lot going on in our country. A lot. There's a lot going on already, and then you now want to come and start dumping people that are not from our country into our country, people that are their own country have rejected them. Their own country say they don't want these people. Because they are criminals, hardened criminals. You now want to come and start dumping them in Nigeria. If that is why he will not lift the visa ban, I don't know. No? But probably they should look for another thing they can compromise on, but definitely not this one. Definitely not this one. The US visa restrictions imposed on Ghana have been reversed. Ghanaians are now eligible for 5-year multiple entry visas and other enhanced consular privileges. This good news was directly communicated to me by US Under Secretary of State for Political Affairs Alison Hooker at a bilateral meeting earlier today on the margins of the UN General Assembly. Ablakwa wrote, "It remains unclear whether this policy reversal is linked to Ghana's competence or US deportees." US deportees from Nigeria and other West African nations, an issue that had strained diplomatic relations and prompted Washington to impose the travel measures in the first place. The development has triggered widespread reactions from Nigerians, many of whom are still grappling with the impact of the new restrictive visa policy that continues to affect them. Dr. Godwin wrote, "That's government that works and Nigeria government needs to work in this kind of international and visa." Destiny Lelekumo says, "Nigeria is always the opposite when other countries are on track." Maxidita says, "I'm actually going to the immigration office to invite someone today." Tochi Lifestyle says, "Tinubu, see what other presidents are achieving." What are they achieving? Kidikis Gram says, "Their president is alive and active." Tiskidi says, "Our own president, they use AI address us." Hey, wahala. Collins Ugodi says, "A working country." Ibito says, "How often do we hear Ghanaians projecting negative image about their country abroad or putting up negative campaigns against their leader outside their country in the name of politics? The more patriotic the citizens of a country are, the more respect they earn from the outside world. You always reap what you sow. When you go out to campaign that your country's leaders are the most corrupt in the world, and you to go out to become the drug baron and professional fraudsters, forget about visa. Let's hear what David says. Yes, now Nigeria and Ghana are one British colony. Ghana got independence in 1959 and Nigeria in 1960. Just move to Ghana and get your visa. QED. Terry says black man with 65% IQ. America wants Nigeria to accept deportees prisoners from different countries to Nigeria. That's the problem, exactly. That's the problem, because they've actually talked about it, but Trump is giving that condition that he should take deportees, criminal deportees from different countries into Nigeria. Where they won't stay. Where Abiona Abiodun says that's it now. What do you expect when some of Nigerian citizens are Ghana, South Africa, and other countries overseas with all sorts of bad attitudes and bad pictures? Some are even going extra mile to demarketing Nigeria. Even our leaders, our government, our politicians, they are also demarketing Nigeria. So please don't put the blame on us, I beg. Don't put the blame on us. So some animals even call the God-owned country Nigeria a zoo. You don't behave like animals and expect to be treated like humans. God bless good people of Nigeria. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now sit down. Until says, Mr. Man, is your leaders exceptional? So don't say that citizens travel abroad are painting Nigeria bad. Name. Your leaders is not in any way different. They are the ones even painting Nigeria bad the most. They are the ones. They are the ones. Ezeokudi says Nigerian president only cares of terrible taxation of the poor masses. James Collins says he is a wanted fugitive. He will still go the prison. Solomon Olabi says the certain Nigerians think Nigeria is grappling with unwelcome and unknown number of influx of foreign immigrants that involve in varying degrees of criminality, which problem hasn't been solved. Careless Nigerians still want Nigeria to accept unknown people with all types of character to live with, and among them, we need to step slowly. Adenibara says Trump knows that the president is allegedly a criminal. As Cosmo says, what an evil man, when an evil man reads the nation, the people suffer, but when a good man was, the people rejoice. It's that simple. Babasinde says, Bat alone should not be made to bear all the world's faults in the country. All our past leaders contributed to it. Bat has his own faults, no doubt. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.